Alright, here's a Walbro fuel pump that came out of my EK hatch. And the fuel pump is right here. You just take it out and it should be something that looks like this. Obviously it'll look different because this is from the EK. But this is the fuel pump itself, this little cylinder thing. And here's the filter, and I'm just gonna put this one back onto the original mounting plate from the Integra fuel pump, and yeah. And from here, you're going to want to unplug that from here. So you can have this thing just out of the way. And it's going to be 6 10mm bolts. You just kind of undo all those. And before that, actually, you want to take off this bolt here. And then undo this line. So it's all free. And then you should be able to pull it out like this. I just loosened this bolt right here. It's a 17mm bolt, and you want to have like napkins ready because fuel is gonna like come out of it. And shout out Burgerville real quick for the napkins. Just have these ready, like stand these aside like that. Then take your and it should be good. And don't lose washers. Okay, all the bolts are off, and both the lines are off, and the plug is off. Now you can just lift up, and you might have to twist it around a little bit, like that. There's the stock fuel pump. Looks like really similar to the EK. And there's your fuel tank down there. Don't drop anything in there. Make sure all your bolts are far away. Earlier I bent this a little bit, the end right here, to get the stock fuel pump off, and I might have to bend it back a little bit. It's pretty easy to bend. Alright, I put 2 zip ties just in case to be safe. You can tell that it's not going anywhere. It's nice tight, but should be able to hold just fine. Now we put it back in, same way we took it out. Make sure you have the plug back on, the ground, wire is on. Make sure all the connections are good. And just drop it back in. Yeah. And then oh yeah, make sure the seal is on good, because there's a seal on the bottom. It's this rubber seal. Make sure it's not folded or anything when you put it back in. Put it back into place. Just bolt it back up. Reverse order, and it should be good to go. For this line, make sure you have both washers. So make sure there's one on the bottom. And then there's one on the top. And make sure it's tight. Don't over tighten it. Alright, do a last check on everything. Make sure everything's connected. Plug it in. Just like that. And before you put this back on, just make sure your fuel pump primes. So I'm going to do it right now. So obviously it works. It's much louder than the original fuel pump. And I highly recommend using this fuel pump. Even if you're not going boost, just if you plan on keeping this car or modifying it, it's good to have a little bit more power in the fuel pump. And I'm gonna bolt this back up and go on a little test drive. Alright, now I'm gonna try to start it up. Starts right up. And I'm probably gonna drive around for a little bit. I'm wearing flip-flops, so not anywhere far. So good.